Peggy 18.
Ja, welkom bij 2K en welkom bij de Gamescom 2016. En als je aan de Gamescom 2016 denkt, dan denk je natuurlijk aan Mafia 3. En wij gaan hem bekijken.
I'm Matthias Worch. I'm the design director at Hangar 13. We're working on Mafia 3. Mafia 3 is a direct continuation of the Mafia franchise. So we looked into everything that makes the first two games awesome, which is like a really cinematic presentation, really well-told Mafia story, but we've taken it into the 60s. We're going to New Bordeaux, which is our version of New Orleans, and you're playing Lincoln Clay. So as a half-black character and as a member of the Black Mob, you're going through this game. Very early on in the game, we find out that the Italian mob under Sal Marcano, which is pretty much running the entire city, has a fallout with the Black Mob. And there's this moment where the Italian mob is betrayed and Lincoln is left for dead. Lincoln actually survives and swears revenge. And he builds out of the ashes of everything that's left behind, he creates his own very unique Mafia story. He brings these three guys around him. One is Vito, who's coming back from Mafia 2, and there's an interesting story there, how he ended up there. We also have Burke and Cassandra. And as you're slowly building up your Mafia story and your Mafia family, you're taking down the Italian mob. It's pretty much the perfect version of New Orleans. We looked into New Orleans and we wanted to look how we get all the interesting facets of that city into our new version. So we have 10 districts in our game. One of them is the Bayou, which is the swamp area at the bottom. That's where the Dixie mob lives. That's where you have alligators. That's where once a hurricane strikes the city, it's really interesting to be down there. But then we have 9 actual districts. And they're very much a representation of what makes New Orleans as a city so interesting, because it shows this juxtaposition, these opposites. It's a party town, it's a tourism town where a lot of people come to New Orleans to actually party there. You have Mardi Gras, their version of the of Carnival, and you have Second Lines. But it's also a trade town. It's at the Mississippi Delta, so you have big trade ships coming through. So if you go into the French Quarter, the French Ward, it's very much the party atmosphere and the kind of mafia rackets that you see there. Going to be like illegal gambling, prostitution, drugs, and those kind of things. But if you go into the docking district, for example, as a whole shipyard, you're going to see people smuggling things in, you're going to see a dock union. And all of this is really modeled down to the street level, and it makes it really palatable, like really like right in your face. It shows you how Sal Marcano is actually making his money, because his goons all the way on the street level are people you can actually interact with. We're definitely getting feedback, yes. I mean, we like to look. Ultimately, we're making a game that we want to make because we're all Mafia fans ourselves, right? But then actually showing the game off here, for example, and getting those reactions is really gratifying. Ultimately, we just have a lot of people coming in and playing the game. Like everybody at Hangar 13 came together to make Mafia games. It's this really interesting mix of industry veterans. We actually have a lot of 2K Czech people, both in Novato in California, where we're making the game, but also at 2K Czech. Like all of the awesome cutscenes we saw today, a lot of the engine technology, it's just all like old Mafia people, and then a lot of new people who all come together as fans. But now we actually, because we're coming out on October 7, right? So we actually have a lot of people come in and play the game, and then getting those kind of reactions. Yes, it's really good to like, well, both hear what they like about it, but also hear honest feedback, and then making the game as awesome as possible. So Mafia 3 is coming out on October 7. It's going to be on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.